What's going on, everybody? Wilson here, your spiritual hype man. Super happy to be back. Glad you guys are listening. We are back on track. Remember, if you're not feeling happy or if you're not feeling good about yourself, stop. Just stop doing it. Just remember, it's the thoughts in our head, man. It's just the thoughts, or ladies, it's the thoughts in our head, and we just need to either change the prompt, do something physical. Listen to something like some sort of music or something, yell, scream, do something though. Physically, if you do physical, if you force yourself, if you're not feeling, you're like, I feel sad, I'm in bed, I'm like fucking melancholy, just get up, go take a quick shower, do a couple push-ups, do a couple jumping jacks. I promise you feel better. It's just biohacking your negative feeling for a positive one. If you're looking to, feel it and have that feeling move you, then feel it. I'm not telling you not to feel it, but if you need to feel it to move you, have it move you positively, not negatively. And so for today's episode, I want to talk about a situation that happened recently. We were at a non-for-profit event. Shout out to Yes, You're Invited. These guys are awesome. We're going to be working with them continuously throughout the year, and then at some point figure out how we can give back as well. We're giving back anyway with our video and photography in terms of what we're doing for them, which they deserve it. What a great concept. So basically, it's a non-for-profit that throws birthday parties for special needs children, kids that ultimately have a hard time getting invited to regular birthday parties. So it's about inclusivity. It's about wanting to give those opportunities to kids without being made fun of. I think it's a fucking amazing. It's like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, I'm down. No matter what, we'll give our time, effort, and energy, because this is amazing. And the first time that it happened, man, the first time we went, and I just there's something about being in the moment and then seeing the kids just. It was, and then taking the microphone and doing karaoke and having fun and just being who they are in the moment. Without anybody, making fun of them or making them feel some sort of way. It's just an amazing thought, idea that came into fruition and now is a non-for-profit. So those guys are great. Well, again, I'm going to put something out there. You can always actually see, if you want to give back, you can actually go to their website, yesyou'reinvited.org. Yesyou'reinvited.org. Really awesome. You can give back there. That would be awesome. Tell them the Spiritual Hype Man send you. That'd be great. Okay, so here's the situation. We went to the first event. They've had a couple events now, but recently there was a moment. Okay, and here, let me just kind of give you what the scenario is, or what the protocol. And again, these guys are learning, so just like anybody else, you get better at everything you do. So kids come in. There's obviously music. There's karaoke. There's a bunch of things there. And every kid. So you have to apply to have your kiddo. For the up and coming birthdays, and sometimes unfortunately you just can't have all the kids because you get a lot of submissions. So they pick and choose 4 to 5 kids. I think it's 3 to 5 kids. They get celebrated. Each kid gets gifts based on what they want, what they're looking for, their favorite superhero or favorite theme or whatever they want. And each kid also gets a cake. So cakes, everything's included. Kid comes in. Parents and families are there, and it's just it's literally a big birthday party. And so in this certain situation, what happened? Everybody got their cakes, right? And typically what happens is everybody will sing a unified happy birthday to everybody. And I'm not sure if in this case it was either before or after the cake. I think it was before the cakes. But this is, again, something that I'm going to bring up, just kind of seeing it after the situation. But here's what happened. Cakes got served. Happy birthday was already for everybody sung. But there was a table with a kiddo that wanted to sing happy birthday directly to her. And so while that's happening, another parent with another kid who wasn't the kid that... who wasn't the kid that was, birthday partied for, but it was the brother, right? So it was the kid's brother, but it was the mom singing with the kid's brother. So they were singing a song. It was great. And then this other table wanted to sing happy birthday. And so they started singing it, and it was kind of competing against the karaoke. and one of the people singing happy birthday, again, I was there at video. So the way I saw it was just like, the lady was like, hey, stop or cut it. But I think, to me, I thought she was talking to the big group and like not the karaoke people. But then all of a sudden the karaoke person, the mom thought that they were talking. The mom thought that the stop was being sent to her, like directed towards her. And then like she flipped out and it became like an issue. It became an issue. I don't even want to like go into like, she just got mad, angry, started yelling, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, you know what I mean? And like while this is happening, like the girls, so there was a girl that was getting her birthday song sang. And I can see it because obviously I'm there fucking photographing, and I'm like, I can just see now she's feeling weird and different because like this other person is fucking yelling, like the mom is yelling about her thoughts or her situation, how she perceived what was happening. And so unfortunately the girl that was being sang to just was like kind of like just sitting there awkwardly, and I was like, okay, all right. And so I counted it down. I was like, all right guys, 1, 2, 3. And then we started singing, and then the mom, sort of kind of did her thing, and she was kind of like echoed out. And then I got up and then just kind of walked towards the mom. I saw the mom come back, and I just like, hey, listen, I just, want to let you know, I know. She's like, no, it wasn't fair. It wasn't right. Like, like her point and her perspective was like, it wasn't fair. It wasn't right. If they were trying to shut her down because her kid was waiting for a long time to sing that song, and it was a special moment for both of them, and it got shut down because someone else told them to quiet down for a birthday song. Right. So like that was her perspective, which again, super fucking valid to me. I'm like, yeah, super valid. I probably would feel the same way if that's how I perceived it. But I was like, look, I don't really think they meant that to you. She's like, oh no. She's like, they meant it towards me because they kept looking over at me. They looked at me. And she's like, and here's the point to this. Here's the point to my aha. She goes, it just, the New Yorker came out of me. That's what she said. Like that's what she said. She was like, the New Yorker came out of me and I just couldn't control myself. So I was like, I'm gonna fucking take this aha moment and I'm gonna fucking write it down and I'm gonna talk about it in the next podcast. So here we are. Because my thought is, how many of us actually have a story that we tell ourselves and then we give the excuse that this is why we did it? And that's my point. That's my point. For her, it's like it's just a New Yorker thing. This is what I do. So that validated and excused the way that she reacted and acted. Now, they sang the birthday. So after that, like I wanted to talk to her more, but then the lady that actually said said quiet down, went over to her and tried to talk to her and calm her down. And they were like, look, we want to sing happy birthday to everybody on the individual side. Let's sing happy birthday to your kiddo, who was also a daughter. Again, another daughter, you know what I mean? And it's just like, and it sucks because it reminded me of my mom at certain times, and probably me too, right? There's definitely situations where I've done the same thing with the kiddos, and I've either overreacted and let my New Yorker, which I'm not a New Yorker, I'm a New Jerseyan, or just a Columbia, New Jerseyan, right? Well, obviously Colombian from like my parents' side, which as far as what they are, but that used to be the thing. It's like, oh, because we're this way, that's the way it is. Again, the story we're told. But I've done it. My mom's done it, and I've been in both situations where I'm the person, feeling like shit, like they're kids, because now my mom's upset, and now the rest of the day is fucked. Like I know when we get home, all I'm gonna hear, or from the drive to when we leave whatever situation, in this case that place, to the drive home, all you're gonna hear is mom screaming and spewing how terrible and disrespectful people are, and all that's doing is reinforcing the influence of the thought and the emotion for the children moving forward. Which to me, when I saw, all right, so what happened was she came back, they sang to her and her daughter, and then she fucking left the cake. She didn't even take the cake for the kid. Left the cake there, took all her kids, and bounced before the whole thing was over. And I can just again reflect and put myself in that situation. I'm like, God, man, it just sucks. But it sucks because like you go home and it's not a good fucking day. Now the following day, probably the next day or 2 days, here's probably the 2 days after that or the following day or some shit like that. This is probably what happened. The mom felt bad because she fucking probably felt bad that she didn't take the cake or let the kids or ruin the kids' day, and was like, hey, either apologized, didn't apologize, or just came back and was like, let's go, how's everybody doing? Let's make you breakfast or some shit. Again, I'm talking about my own experiences based on human patterns. Cyclical human patterns is what I think is what we do until we address them and we fucking fix them. But that was it. That was my aha moment. I was like, fuck, man, look at all these stories we tell ourselves and then give ourselves the excuse to do these things because of the stories that we're told. And I promise you, she probably fucking heard that how many times, that same line, oh, I'm a New Yorker, so that's the way I'm. It's like, bitch, it's not, you are you based on how you identify and what you do with the things that you have in front of you. Like, again, your influence, thought, emotion, action, and decision. So it's not because you're X, Y, and Z. That's just an influence, right? So like, if it's not a good influence and it's not helping you, make the right decision in these situations, which again led to the emotion of anger. Her being so angry and thinking that she got disrespected in the special moment of her kid. Now, if that was the case, fine. You can be upset. I'm not saying not be upset, but how do you then, like, what's the action after that emotion? How do you fucking deal with it in a way that, like, isn't, blah, go fuck yourself. And then, like, that's what we have. Like, that's what we've continued to have in our society for years. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And people talk about it. And all I'm doing is the same thing that another guru thousands and thousands of years and spiritual hype man thousands and thousands of years walked from place to place, from location to location, speaking the word. And that's all I'm doing. And I hope it helps. I hope it hits home. I hope it hits home with you. And I hope, again, ask yourself, question yourself, what is the story that we tell ourselves that we give the excuse to act the way that we act? And those are the things that we should start giving ourselves more time to think about, philosophize through it, give ourselves some love there, understand it, acknowledge it. But remember, when you acknowledge it, that's the next part of change, and you got to start making the effort and then the steps towards it. All right. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys again for listening. Let's go. We are 163 countries. And then 400 and something cities. So thank you so much for listening and tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much, and keep crushing it. And don't forget, nothing changes until you do. Peace.